Hey guys, it's Ryan from the Melbourne Centre of Healing here, and today I'm talking about
Hey, the bin needs to be emptied in there.
the bin.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, I always empty that bin. Why don't you do it? Fucking hell. Today I'm talking about blaming other people. Blaming is so goddamn destructive, but it's so hard not to do. Okay, why is our initial reaction and our inclination always to blame? Well, number one, our brain is wired through hundreds of thousands of years of evolution, is wired to find out what's wrong with the world. So we're always on the lookout trying to work out what is wrong. And then the second part of that is our ego. And our ego does never want us to be wrong. So imagine our brain's always on the lookout for what's wrong. And our ego's like, whatever it is, it's not going to be me. So we're always looking to blame other people. What I want to really embed in you today is that blaming keeps us stuck. Okay, when we blame, we take all responsibility off of ourselves and put it onto the person or situation that we are blaming. So when someone or something else has that responsibility, we can't change and remain stuck because us changing depends on the other person changing. It's a really, really disempowering state to be in, and something that if we can break free on and start to take that responsibility back, we can empower our lives, get out of being stuck and make real change. We go through life blaming all sorts of people. We blame our boss, we blame our partner, we blame our kids, we blame our parents, we blame our childhood, right? And that's a big thing. You are 100% responsible for healing your past traumas in your childhood to create a better life. But it's no use going through that process if you're going to blame or hold on to blame for the people in your childhood. A lot of us like to think that we had this really unique childhood that's made us the way we are today and put us in these states of depression, anxiety, addiction. And we think that we're alone in that. I read 2 studies this week, which I thought were amazing. One said that 85% of families can be classified as dysfunctional. And the other study I read said that 96% of families can be classified as dysfunctional. So if you think you had a dysfunctional childhood, you are not alone. You are in the vast, vast, vast majority. So it's scary to take blame off someone else. It's scary to, instead of pointing that finger out at someone else, to do that U-turn and come in and look within ourselves. Because that can be frightening. Because when we start to look inside ourselves, we're going to start to see our shadows and that darker side of us that's in all of us as human beings. Okay? And it's frightening, but as Carl Jung said, one does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. So when we do a U-turn, take the blame off other people and put it back on ourselves, it can be frightening at first, but we can find out what it is inside us that makes us want to blame, what is triggering us, what is causing this emotional reaction, and we can start to make real change in our life. So how can we start to do this? How can we start to make that shift? It's becoming aware and becoming conscious when we are blaming. So we go through life unconsciously blaming everyone and everything else. Now we're going to make it conscious. So as soon as we find ourselves blaming someone or something else, we need to pull ourselves up and go, oh shit, I'm blaming. Do I want to play the blame game or not? And now it becomes your choice. And you become fully conscious and fully aware that if you choose to play the blame game, you are choosing to be stuck. You are choosing to be the victim and not being able to change. And that's fine. That's an awareness. We are conscious of it now. Then eventually, once we know that and that's embedded in us, and I really want to create an association between blaming and being stuck. Blaming and being stuck. Because then we can choose to take our chips out of the blame game and play a different one. Because we understand the blame game is going to hold us back from being who we need to be. So we're going to go from unconscious to conscious blaming. From conscious blaming to choosing, do I want to play this game or not? Because it's a real focus on ourselves, you know, and that's a real definition of depression is just focusing and being stuck in a loop and continuously focusing on ourselves and what we are not getting. And that's a byproduct of blame. So that's it for me today, guys. Have a bloody beautiful day, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out.